Yay!
Yay! Hi!
Welcome to the very first Basically Readathon live show. It took 5 rounds, but I'm finally doing a live show, and I thought I'd invite all of my Dutch friends from booktube. So we're having like a big Dutch booktube meetup. And you know what? Let's just introduce yourselves first, because maybe some of you don't know my friends here. So let's just start right there.
Hi! Hi, I'm Michelle from like Books Michelle. And yeah.
Also, let me know what
I don't
you're
know, I'm
reading.
Michelle. What I'm reading. Like, not unimportant. I'm reading My Dark Vanessa, which is like pretty dark and pretty like heavy, but it's very good. It's like contemporary about a girl who had a relationship with a teacher. It is pretty intense so far.
Spicy.
Been on my TBR forever. Sorry, I didn't really listen to the challenge. It has only been on my TBR for like 2 weeks, but that's maybe.
Well, that's okay. It's still like forever from 2 weeks ago. And Sabine.
Okay, I guess I'll introduce myself. Yes.
Yeah.
So I am Sabine, a 20-year-old Dutch girl. Like, well, all of the girls here are Dutch, but yeah. So I make, of course, bookish videos on my booktube channel, Sabine's Book Nook, and I'm currently reading Sadie by Courtney Summers. This is a YA murder mystery novel, and we follow two kind of perspectives. One from Sadie, whose sister has been murdered, and she wants to kind of, how do you say that, take revenge on the possible killer, the possible murderer. And the other perspective that you follow is one from Wes McCrae, and he is making a podcast about Sadie's disappearance, because Sadie has disappeared to go and look for the murderer. And apparently their stories are going to intertwine, and I don't know in what kind of way. I am 100 pages in, so it's very intriguing until so far.
Nice. I've seen a book around everywhere on booktube.
Yeah, and the audiobook is like so good.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
Yes, I love that audiobook.
Audiobook. The audiobook
Yes.
is so good. It's like crazy. Yeah.
Lyra.
Oh, it's my
Okay.
turn.
Yeah.
So hi, I'm Leora. I make videos about books, like literally all of us. And I'm also Dutch, like also all of us. I wanted to say something, but now I forgot.
The pressure.
Yeah, I do.
You're very artsy.
Yeah, I do a lot of things on YouTube and in general. I've been making Dutch YouTube videos for a really long time, but my Dutch YouTube channel is currently dead. I'm not uploading at all. I'm so ashamed. I really want to, because over there I talk more about like feminism, about thrifting and art and stuff. But I really can't find the time to run 2 booktube channels, or like 2 channels in general. So now I'm focusing on my booktube channel. Yeah, and I went to art school, and I do a lot of art stuff, and I also have an Etsy shop where I sell all sorts of things like bookmarks and prints and stuff. And currently I'm reading the Dutch Book Week Gift.
Oh yeah.
This one.
hey.
It's
Yeah.
pretty good so far, actually. For the people who don't know, like in Holland we have like Book Week, or I don't know how to translate that.
Book week.
Basically everywhere on TV and on like national news we talk. Like we focus on books a bit more than we normally would. And I was on a talk show for Dutch TV 2-3 weeks ago or something.
Before the quarantine.
And there I gave like some book recommendations on the talk show, and then they gifted me this.
That's so nice.
And it's 3 short stories from 3 Dutch writers. So that's what I'm currently reading.
And a question, what's your Dutch channel, Leora?
My Dutch channel is called Mind Daisies, which is MINDDA. AS.
Cool.
That was like a challenge.
Yeah. And then we have another Leo. Leonie.
Yeah. My name's Leonie, and I'm from the channel The Book Leo, so very similar. And I'm currently reading My Sister Rosa, which I got from Michelle. It's one of her favorite books. And it's a thriller about someone's sister Rosa, who's like a 10-year-old psychopath.
Oh.
Yeah, it's very freaky. Like, I just realized I'm halfway in here. Nothing scary has happened yet, actually. But it's scary the whole time, but nothing actually happens.
Yeah, but that's why I love it so much, because it's like it goes like that, and you're on your edge of your seat the entire time because you don't know what she's going to do next.
Yeah, it was so
I'm
much
so
fun.
scared of what she's gonna do. It's
This sounds
I'm really enjoying it.
small children are scary already, and then when they're psychopaths, it's like weird.
Uh-huh.
I was
Yeah,
already-
that's it.
Yeah.
Like especially if they're like blonde and pretty and cute, and then they're also psychopaths. Yep.
But then, okay, I haven't even told you what I'm reading, but you may have already seen it. I'm finally reading Return of the King, the third
Yeah.
book in the Lord of the Rings series. I'm also using the perfect bookmark. And I have
I've
like
literally
90 pages
never,
to go, so I can definitely finish it. Today.
I've never seen anything from Lord of the Rings.
Oh my god.
I think most people know that. They really don't.
Okay, bye.
Yeah, exactly. Come back. Lord of the Rings is so good. So
Like- It's like Sabine just hasn't seen or read it, and I dislike it. That's worse.
How?
Yeah.
I just really don't like Tolkien's writing. It's just not for me. I don't know.
Well, I really had to get used to it, but now I'm just so into it. I have this one sentence. It's just so beautiful. It is so long, but it's just so beautiful. So I am definitely enjoying this book so very much. And I thought for this live show, we just chat a little bit and do some like Q&A and whatever, and we can also do some reading sprints because like I have to read a little bit more. So I thought you can all read along with me because I'm pretty sure that we're all reading something still. And Leora, how have you read 6 books already? That is my question.
Yeah, it's been crazy. No, I'm vlogging it, so like watch the vlog if you want to know. But this is so shameless. I'm sorry. I have listened to an audiobook which was pretty short. It was like 45 minutes or something by Agatha Christie.
Oh, okay.
It was really fun. It was like about a ghost cat terrorizing
Oh,
like
I don't know that one.
it's really cool. And then I went sort of on a rampage on Script because I found a lot of short novellas on there that have been like on my TBR for like 1,000 years. Like books from Alex E. Harrow that I really wanted to read, and one from Charlie Jane Anders, who also wrote All the Birds in the Sky. And there were all these novellas on there. So I was just like, okay, this is perfect. I will read all of the novellas. And then before I knew it, I read like 5 books. So yeah.
Oh my god, amazing.
Oh.
Yes, everyone's asking like 6 books. That's insane. Oh my god. Yeah, it really is insane.
And I'm hoping to make it 7 because this is super short. So I'm just
Yeah,
like,
you can
let's
do
go.
it. This is actually an
But I
interesting question. Well, I bought this box set, I think like 6 or 7 years ago, and then I tried reading it and I could not get into the writing style because it is a very just different writing style, very long sentences, so I couldn't get into it. But then I started reading it in 2016 when I was in New Zealand, which is like, you know, Lord of the Rings land, basically. And I found the book in a hostel in this bookshelf where you could just pick up books, and then I started reading it and I read it in like 3 days. I was just completely obsessed. So now I'm really into it, even though you have to get used to the writing style a bit. But once you're like into it, it's so good.
It's very detailed, right? It's like very descriptive, and
It
because
is.
I read The Hobbit, and that one is a more aimed towards children, I believe. But
Yeah,
I already found that sometimes a little, just it's very detailed. But I think Lord of the Rings is even worse. It's more detailed.
very
than-
detailed, but so worth.
Yeah, but I think that Lord of the Rings is probably a bit more of a story because The Hobbit is really like every chapter is one tiny adventure and then they go on.
Yeah.
And I found it is very childish sometimes. And it was fun, but also it is hard to keep your attention because it isn't, well, there is of course a story, but it's like those tiny adventures.
Yeah,
Like it is very much written. I've once said it before. It is written in a way that parents can read them to their children 1 chapter a night because it really sort of
that's a
has
good
one round adventure. But I still need to read Lord of the Rings, and I'm always so intimidated because I think, oh, they're so long and they're said to be like
I just gave my
difficult. But
Let's try it. But seriously,
yeah, I still have to do it.
off topic, Priscilla, look at this. She is the queen.
Yeah,
of the
she's like,
Yeah. Wow.
damn.
How do you do this without losing your mind? Oh my god.
She hasn't slept today, which is so crazy.
Whoa.
Dang.
Round of applause.
Yay, really good.
Well,
That's
I thought Tolkien's writing style was very difficult to get into, and I felt like I was too dumb. Like I don't have enough brain cells for this stuff. It's
No,
just-
but
Oh, it's so
It's
difficult.
difficult.
It just goes on and on and on about like everything, and I couldn't do it.
It is. I know what you mean, but I'm just trying to take it slow. Hence why I still haven't finished it, even though it's only like 370 pages, the last book, because this is all just appendix. This is not even the story. But it just, you have to read it quite slowly.
Yeah, well, I gave my copy away to my neighbor, so I don't know if I'll ever get to it.
Oh, let's see. Are there any fun questions in the chat? Otherwise, I think maybe we can just do a little reading sprint or something.
Mhm.
I've not read Priory yet. It is too big.
Leonie, how has it been going with you? Because you have been reading.
Well, I'm still about halfway into there. I haven't read that much since our 24-hour readathon, and it doesn't count for any of my owls, so I'm kind of putting it on right now. So I'm gonna continue in May, or at least I'm gonna try to. Like, I have to, because if I stop now, it's never gonna happen again.
Exactly.
So,
You have to finish it.
But it's also one of those books. It wasn't one of those books that you just have to like slowly kind of go through and not read all in one go, because it's just. I think it's kind of like the Lord of the Rings. I think one of the blurbs was like, "Oh, it's like a feminist Lord of the Rings."
Oh, okay. Now I'm really intrigued. No, but I do think these books are actually really good to read in a couple of days, because even though they're quite just long and, as we talked about the writing style, they're still like pretty easy to get through, at least in my opinion.
Yeah, it's like sometimes those books can be scary, and I know that if I start them, it will be okay. But just the point of starting them is always that. Like, it took me 3 years before I read Mistborn, so and I still haven't finished everything yet.
I still have to.
I still have to read Mistborn too. I have the entire trilogy. Okay, shall we do a reading sprint at like 8:45 the hour? So it's 8:45. Let's do some more questions. I saw this one. Any tips for starting a YouTube channel? Does anyone have any tips?
Stop.
Just do it. Like, in the beginning, it's going to be awkward no matter what.
And you're
If I now look back on my first videos, I'm like, oh my god, you're not going to help that
They were so
because you have to learn. And you just have to do it, and then later you get better and better and better, and it's just do it.
My
just do it.
channel, they were a train wreck. They're like not good. It's like, oh. I recently saw them with a friend who put them on just to agonize me, and I was like looking at them like, no, stop it, turn that off. It's terrible. I was like 13 and so awkward, and it's just.
But it's really fun to see your progress after a couple of years or months.
Yeah.
Just your editing has changed, or you as a person in front of the camera. I've become so much more myself and so much more open. And then when I look back at my first video, my voice is way lower because I kind of was shy, and I didn't like just talk the way I used to talk normally, and I talked quite low and just it's so really fun to see how you progress.
My voice was way higher. I was like, hi guys, in this video I'm going to be showing the books I read.
Like the cutest.
I have like a period where, like, if I look back, I feel like I'm shouting at the camera because I sometimes tend to talk a bit loudly, and I'm like, oh my god, why are you shouting? Just
Oh, this is so
the camera, the microphone catches your voice. You don't have to shout. And also editing, like, I left pauses way too long. And like,
and then so awkward. It's just like you're watching it, you're like, why didn't she cut it here? Why? And I'm like, right before I start a new sentence, I go like, and then I didn't cut that, and I'm just looking at it like, no. And I've had comments like on my new channel now, like, this is your newbie tag. How is it so good? And I'm like, honey, I've been on YouTube for 6 years already. You do not want to do this video. Okay, you do not.
Okay, shall we do a little reading sprint?
Yes.
Shall we do until the hour, like 15 minutes? We can do that, right?
Yes, definitely.
Okay, let's do it. I'm
gonna open up my audiobook app to see if I can listen to it.
Oh, yes, this works. Cool.
Whoa! Oh my god!
Yeah.
That's nice.
Okay. Oh, what was that sound?
that was Michelle, I think.
Like I took off the spot of it working.
Oh, no, put them on.
Okay.
Oh no, stop it.
Michelle, you're glitchy.
Yeah, it's really glitchy.
It's like demonic sounds.
This is creepy.
This is very scary.
Sprint is going so well already. Like, let's go.
Okay, let's do this. Let's start reading.
Yes.
I'm way too distracted by the comments. This is so much fun, all the chat. Okay.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sorry. Can we see the chat? Because I cannot see it right now.
Yeah, you have to go to the
You have to
YouTube
yeah.
link.
Oh,
Oh,
And
you
then
can
you-
see it. You just have to click live comments instead of private chat.
Yes. It's on the right.
Yeah.
Oh, I did it. Okay, good.
Yay.
People are saying that the stream is just...
I have my earpods in, so if the stream, or how do you say that, the sprint is over, I hope that I can hear you guys
I'll
talking.
just wave.
We're she's just in there still chilling and listening.
Oh no,
Totally.
until the hour actually. We're weird for 15 minutes now. Yeah? Okay. Yeah.
1 hour, that would be intense.
It's too long. 15 minutes.
Good luck.
Okay.
Good luck.
I think I can actually hear Sabine's audiobook.
Oh well.
It's so loud.
I don't hear it too.
Oh, maybe it's just me. Oh, somebody's saying that they had to read this for school and that they hated it.
Okay, guys, it's 9 o'clock. I actually managed to read like 10 pages. Whoa, yeah,
Oh my god, that's so nice.
I read the second story in this.
nice.
No, that's
I always feel like I'm way more productive when it comes to reading if like many people are reading with me. Otherwise, I'm constantly distracted by everything. And now I
No,
feel like,
when Leonie and I did the live show for our 24-hour reading party, I could not focus on my reading because I was like, people are watching, and then I had to read the sentences like over and over again. I was so self-conscious.
it is
But
like,
now I read
am I
30,
seeing?
13
before. When I was
like
for the first time, I couldn't do it. But now it's better. Now I can, apparently.
Yay!
yay.
Everyone, so many people read like 9 pages.
That is
9,
nice though.
9, 7.
9.
Twins.
Yeah. Let's see. Are there any fun questions? Does anyone have any questions for us? Or I don't know. Does playing Animal Crossing count as reading? I think Michelle, you can answer this.
If you listen to an audiobook, then yes. But like,
Can you do that though?
yeah.
Like I play
I
a lot
tried
of
it, but I
Animal
really
Crossing.
can't do that.
Do you guys?
I
all
love
play
it, but
Animal
like,
Crossing?
it was a reread though what I was listening to, so maybe that's easier.
Hmm.
I tried
Okay.
it, but I can't focus on 2 things.
Me
This
neither.
is a good one. Do you guys break the spine of your book?
Yes, I do.
Yes.
Say, well, it depends. Because if it's like a really random book and I'm not sure if I'm going to love it a lot, I might try to read it a little bit like nice or like neater. So if I ever want to give it to someone, it's not like completely broken. But for
I
example,
don't.
these books,
Oh yeah, no,
if it's like such a big book, then I'd have to read it like
Yeah,
this.
you just have to.
true. Yeah, I don't
Just
purposefully.
break
I
it.
don't. Yeah, I don't do it with. I don't purposefully break the spine. It's just like I read them and I am very careful with my things. But once there's like a little stripe in the spine, you know what I mean? The breakage, I guess.
Oh,
Then
yeah.
I'm just like, wow, now it's
I'm
broken. I don't.
the
Yeah.
opposite of all of you. When I get like a new book, I'm just like, I read the books for pleasure. I read because I love reading and not because, well, yeah, I like pretty books, obviously, but I don't know. I'm the kind of person that drags their books along everywhere, and like I once took a book to a concert, and now there's beer stains on it, and it's like broken and like ragged edges, and I'm like, yeah, I'm that kind of reader, and I'm not sorry about it anymore.
It
No,
does
I
give
once
character.
They're loved, okay?
True.
They're loved and used.
I once saw a video of a girl showing how you can sort of prepare your book
Yeah,
for reading without having to break the spine, but then still have
Yeah, how you can train it, like wreck it out.
Train it. You can train your book.
Exactly. I kind of want to try it one day, but I'm lazy.
Maybe an experiment for on your channel in a video, trying the method.
Trying book life hacks.
Yeah.
I love this one. I want to know your favorite Dutch word. Mijn koekwous. Hey, verrekte koekwous.
I haven't
What are you
used that in age.
Just for new kids.
Yeah, I know. But I mean, like,
My favorite Dutch word.
From Brabant, I should be able to do that, but I cannot do it.
well, I'm not going to give it a try, even though I am from that part of the country.
Please do it.
But do we have a favorite word? I don't know if I have a favorite word in Dutch. I really don't know.
I really like the word toevluchtsoord. I think it's so beautiful.
Whoa.
It's like my favorite.
Oh, wait, I have to delete this. How do I do it? Yes, okay. This was a nice one. Also, do you annotate your books? Oh, wait, that's not this one. Oh.
I do sometimes for work.
There it is. It depends also. Do you guys annotate?
I've never done it. Yeah.
Me
But I
neither.
do
Haven't
make
done it.
notes
For work.
sometimes.
Because Britt, when
I
I
have like a.
read for the Dutch
I
Royal
haven't-
Library, I do.
Oh, yeah.
That's the only time.
I feel like it interrupts my reading flow. I just don't.
Yeah.
It reminds me too much of high school and writing book reports. Remember when we always had to like add at least 2 pages of notes when you read it, and I hated that so much.
I get it. I do want to do it. Like I'm buddy reading this with people on Instagram for the Owls Readathon as well. And now I'm I'm keeping like a little notebook sometimes beside it, and after each chapter I write down something if it is important, but I really want to actually annotate more books that I'm reading, because then you can annotate important moments, which especially for series would be very useful, because I always forget the things that happen, and then I'm like not reading the sequel, and then I need to reread the whole series. So I should annotate, especially books in a series, I think.
Yeah, that's what I did with A Game of Thrones. I actually put some post-its in the back of the book, and whenever something big happened, I just wrote it down, because it's very easy to just go back to it if you want to read like the next books. But for example, with this one, I just tab some things, but I don't write anything with it. I just tab it above the sentence that I want to remember, and then if I look back at it, I will know what it was about, and I will know my thoughts. But just to look back at it. But then with my Harry Potter book, I went a bit crazy.
But I love the idea of having a book that's like full of tabs. Like I've only done it once with The Kiss of Deception for some reason. I tabbed things, and I love looking back at it now, and I have a lot of favorite books of which I just wish that I tabbed things because I don't remember. But I do sometimes keep notes on my phone because I always have that with me. Because if you're gonna annotate or highlight, then you have to have the tabs and the highlights with you all the time, right?
Yeah, well,
I read a lot on the train, so
I sometimes make notes when I plan to do a review on the book. Then I make notes in like my phone as well. But yeah, usually like with my favorite books, I reread them so often that with like my favorite books, I know by head where most of my favorite moments are. And like, I don't know. Maybe I should annotate Harry Potter ones.
Yeah, that's so much fun.
Did you guys see Tim in the background?
No. Hi.
Yeah, I really want to actually like write notes one day in a book, like actually write in a book, because I think that
I don't know if you guys have seen my Harry Potter book. Wait, let's grab it.
I'm just too much of like a neat freak to do it. I don't dare do it, but I really
I think once you start, it's fine.
It doesn't matter.
What did you say? Wait, what? Show it again, Britt.
Yeah, okay.
Jesus.
It's like a rainbow.
Yeah, it is completely full of text, and this is crazy, but I love how this looks. Oh my god, it is completely fun. I want to do this with every Harry Potter book, but it just takes a long time because I literally have to sit at my desk with all of my annotation supplies around me, but it was so worth it because I love looking at this.
It's a whole project, a lifelong project.
It was. Oh, this is a fun question. Who was the first booktuber you guys ever watched? Mine was actually
yeah.
What?
Mine was.
Well, you introduced me.
Yeah.
Oh, a book Utopia.
Yeah, I think mine too.
Mine was Kerry Tastic.
Oh yeah.
I just tapped in like booktube on YouTube, and then the first person that came up was Sasha. So that's what I watched.
I didn't even know how I found her video, but it was just a very random day, and I suddenly found that video, and then I thought, well, what is this?
I think I've had
I found Kerry Tastic's author videos, her writing videos, and then through that I found booktube videos.
I think
Britt told me about this magical world that was called booktube. She's like, I have a YouTube channel. So wait, what?
Oh, it was that?
She already had it for like 2 months at that point, remember? And oh my god. So then I started watching, and then I found other booktubers as well, and then I waited like a year before I also was brave enough to start a booktube channel.
I was scared, even though I made videos when I was like 14, but it was still a bit awkward.
I remember.
Yeah. I made like beauty videos.
Yeah, well,
I remember the daily makeup tutorial so well.
Did you ever do that? Oh my god, I want to see that. You have to
I still have a few on private. They're so.
Yeah,
oh my god, that's so nice.
And then send them to me.
What? Oh yeah, I'll send them to you.
Yeah. Because I used to do like makeup stuff too on my Dutch channel, and I started I think on Dutch booktube, and so I watched like Chinook Thijssen and stuff.
Oh
like
yeah.
That.
I didn't. How did I start looking? I made a goal for myself at the beginning of 2014 to read one book each month, and then my goal. I was 15 back then, so no hate. I was reading Twilight. And I typed it in on YouTube like Twilight review, something like that, and then I found a Dutch girl. I don't think, or woman, I don't even know how old she was, but
Mhm.
and then the first, I believe, English booktube video that I watched was from Christine from Polar Bananas
Oh,
Books,
yeah.
and she showed all the books that she hauled from BookCon, and that was the first English video that I watched. So I think Polar Bananas Books, but I'm not too sure.
Are you guys planning on ever going to BookCon?
I wish.
We were.
Michelle and
We are
Britt.
going.
We were.
But you're not anymore.
That was the plan originally.
Sad.
Well,
I don't know.
maybe now we can go together sometime. Like, I'd love to go next year if
Oh my
I
God.
saved
I'm
up enough.
so sad. It was like last week. I saw. Here I come again. I saw this video about Joker, and the Joker stairs. And for a split second, I thought in my head, "Oh my God, yes, this summer I'm finally going to see the Joker stairs." And then 1 second later, I was like, "Oh." So
So
sad.
sad.
I
Hopefully
do
next
really hope.
year.
Yeah.
What?
And then
I
I
do
can
hope
go
that
as
at
well.
least like vacations during the summer, like in July and August, that those will still happen. Like fingers
I
crossed.
don't
But
know.
I don't know
Okay,
either, man.
something more fun than Corona. What was the book that got you into reading?
Harry Potter.
Well, like,
Not very
I-
original,
how
but
it got me again into reading was Twilight, like I said.
Mhm.
But
Yeah, same.
Actually, yeah, it wasn't. I've never read Twilight. I kind of want to read it, but the book that also got me back.
Britt, are you kidding? Are you going to read Twilight? Yes, do it.
and then you're hating on me for not reading Lord of the Rings, and you have not read the YA book.
Read it now.
Mhm.
Do you want
How
it?
many times Britt said to me, "Oh, Twilight is so stupid. Harry Potter is way better." Harry Potter is way better, but Twilight was also fun.
There's so much teen angst in Twilight. You have to read it.
Mhm.
I kind of want to read it just to see my reaction now.
Well,
Yeah.
I think you would
Do
have
I-
a lot of fun. Not in like it's just if you read it now, there are just some parts that are so over the top, YA cheesiness and dramatics, and that's just
That's quite funny though.
fun.
Oh,
You know.
I would love to reread it. I have this plan with a few friends to like read Twilight and all the same book, and then we would all like give it to each other and annotate in it, and we would all
Oh,
annotate it so you can read each other's
That is
comments.
so cool.
I'm really excited for that.
I have to read it. How many books are there? Are there 4 books? 4.
I
They're
only read
quite
And
long.
the novella.
Do I want
Happens.
to do that to myself? I don't know.
Read the first one. I only read the first one. It was fine.
Yeah, I
Yeah, and
skipped
then you
the
always
second
like
one.
qualify.
Yeah, the
just
second one is my least favorite.
It's like 15 when I read
I'm
that.
wanting to read Twilight. I have so many books on my TBR, I can't.
You can just do it.
What is your Hogwarts house? This is a nice
Oh,
one.
I can guess. I want to guess. Can I guess?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay. I think Sabina is. Oh, this is hard. I think Gryffindor, probably.
No.
Hufflepuff.
Nope.
Slytherin.
It's like
But
a-
I do. No. Oh my god.
Okay, you're Gryffindor.
I'm a Ravenclaw. Like I've done multiple tests, and like 9 out of the 10 times, okay, maybe like 7 out of the 10 times I get Ravenclaw. But I also definitely feel like a big part of me belongs in Hufflepuff. I would be honored to get Gryffindor, but I'm not that brave. So
No, me
No,
neither.
I don't know. Just yeah.
but apparently I can go with all the houses because
Yeah.
it was really yes.
You're divergent.
Leonie, I think you're also.
Divergent. You're special
What?
because you have multiple traits. You're like
Wait,
more than one thing.
Okay, Leonie. What? I think you're a Ravenclaw.
Yeah.
Yes, definitely.
Yes.
Ravenclaw pride. Michelle is also a Ravenclaw.
Yeah, but you knew that.
But Laura, I'm actually.
A Hufflepuff, I guess. A Hufflepuff?
I don't know.
She's not saying anything. Are you a Hufflepuff?
Me.
Yeah. Are you
No.
also a Ravenclaw?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're all Ravenclaw.
Everybody is a Ravenclaw.
I love how we're just talking about this as if it's like real life, you know?
Wait, Britt, are you also Ravenclaw?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Girls! We can have our own
Same
color.
It's so cool.
I'm
Party.
thinking, like all the traits are so accurate to me. I'm like, a big Ravenclaw. Yeah.
Yeah,
just-
true.
A little. No, I actually did a lot of tests, and it was always like half Hufflepuff, half Ravenclaw. But now
Yeah,
I'm more like a Ravenclaw. But I think some years ago I was more like a Hufflepuff.
I find
I
one
was
comment really
such a
funny.
nerd in high school.
Sorry.
Such a Ravenclaw nerd.
Oh,
There's this one comment saying by Pris, Gryffindors are so loud and kind of obnoxious. I feel like I am so loud and obnoxious sometimes. I mean, it depends on the people in the room, but if people are very energetic, I can become like so energetic as well.
I'm friend that you take out for lunch, and then you're like, Leo, you're talking so loud, and I'm just like, oh, am I? I didn't know. I'm sorry. I'm always screaming.
well, there's so many Ravenclaws here. I love it.
We're like one big Ravenclaw club.
I think a lot of people that watch BookTube would be Ravenclaw.
Yeah, I think so
Yeah.
too. Like Ravenclaw and Hufflepuff, I think mostly.
Also, yes, a lot of Hufflepuffs. Oh, some Slytherins. Are there any Gryffindors? Let me know.
I
Yay!
feel like Gryffindor is now like the least popular house or something. I don't know.
I think so.
Oh,
I
yeah.
Because everyone was like, I want to be different. I don't really want to belong to the big group who's represented in all the books.
I'm not like that.
Yeah, every time we read Harry Potter, and especially the first 2 books, it's like everybody's Slytherin is so bad. Like if you're a bully, you're going to get a Slytherin.
But then, for example, if you think about James Potter, he was kind of a bully when he was younger. So
Yeah.
it's not
Lily,
like Gryffindor.
when are you gonna read the Harry Potter books?
Me?
Yeah, are you
Um,
planning?
I actually,
Everyone.
I said in my TBR for the owls, I literally said the words, I don't have any books with witches or wizards in them, so I can't do that prompt. And then I thought I have the whole box set, but yeah.
When you said that in
I'm
your video, I
scared
was
of
like,
reading them.
I
I'm
was like,
scared
"Is
that
this
it's
a joke?"
yeah.
I can
I feel like I need to be in the perfect mood to read them or something. So I always wait until winter, until Christmas.
No.
And then Christmas passes, and then I'm like, well,
no.
wait for next year.
Yeah, I'm actually
Yeah, I really need to do it. Well, I saw there's this reading group called the Harry Potter and the Virgins.
Oh,
Full of people who haven't read Harry Potter. And they're already on book 3, so maybe I can catch up and then maybe
You
do
can-
that.
first 2 books you really fly through. They're so short.
Yeah, I have read the first
Yeah.
one actually,
Oh,
and I
okay.
did really enjoy that one.
Yay.
And reading
I'm
them
just
during
so
summer
much
is-
better after that.
What?
Well,
I read them all You said like the perfect time to read them is during Christmas. I think it's like a really good time then, but I read the first 3 books during summer back in 2015, and I also really like that. So
Yeah,
it's
they're
just good.
perfect to read any time of the year.
Yeah, they are.
I read them when they came out.
yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Usually it was during fall time, I believe. But then my mother, who actually bought the copy, was like, yeah, but I paid for it, so I get to read it first. And then she just grabbed it out of my hand whenever she felt like it. Luckily, she's a very fast reader, so she was done in usually like a day and a half.
Oh, that's nice.
It's torture.
No, I'm actually thinking about trying to do a little challenge of reading the entire series in a week, but I want to have like a lot of time for it.
Oh, yeah.
I would love
my
to do that. But I just don't know when, where, how. Well.
No,
I
I'm
have
not
literally
going to when this go over to read a whole series in like 24 hours and then stay up the whole night and sleep over together.
You said that to me also today.
Harry Potter series.
Well, no.
Oh,
Something else. We're still not sure what, but something like that's more accessible and
yeah, well,
able to read in 24
Sarah
hours.
has read the entire Grisha trilogy today, right? Chris?
I don't
Yeah.
read the Grisha trilogy, so I don't want to read that again. Maybe something else. If anybody in the chat has any good ideas of like middle grade series me and Sabine could read like during 24 hours.
Maybe the Nevermore?
Oh, never. You have read that, right, Leora? But I'm very curious about the book
I
that you
want to do like a
got
series that's like 5 or 6 books, but just short ones. I just want to attempt.
A series
Yeah.
of unfortunate events, but that one's pretty long, I think.
But it's really fun.
Like the Narnia books, aren't those very short? The Narnia.
I have those. That would be good.
Which
I
one?
like that short.
Narnia.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's very Dutch.
Right.
Narnia.
How would you rate your current reads?
I think
Shall we go
4.5
again?
out of 5 stars. It's pretty good. Oh, sorry. I just talked.
5 out of 5 stars.
4.5
Oh.
out of 5 stars. It's pretty good.
Nice.
So, not yet, but
I go next, or I'm sorry. Sometimes the sound is a little. I'd give Sadie, I think, a 4 out of 5 because I definitely think that if I wouldn't read it alongside the audiobook, I would read it a lot slower, or like now it feels like it's really happening reading it with the audiobook and the different characters. It's so cool. So yeah, 4 out of 5 stars, I'd say.
Nice. And Leora?
Yeah, so I don't know because there's 3 different writers. So like I like the first story. It's just a very approachable YA mystery. The second one was really vague. It was by Joost Klein.
Joost? Yeah.
It was so vague. This is the weirdest. It's like really weird. There were some parts that really clicked with me because he's talking about like falling out of groups and not feeling like a normal person like everybody else. And like I feel like that a lot of the time. And sort of touches briefly on like mental illness and stuff, but it was very vague and I didn't like the writing style.
But he's the Dutch YouTuber, right? The Eenhoorn Joost for the Dutch people. I always find his videos really strange. I don't know what to think about him.
Doesn't he make music?
Yeah,
I only know him from that.
But now I'm on the third story, and I think I'm liking this one the best so far because it has really beautiful writing. Like it's in Dutch, but it's really pretty. It's got beautiful prose. So I think 3 stars.
That's okay.
Hey, that fits the title of the book.
3 stars. Oh, 3 stars?
Yeah.
That's a weird
Yeah.
Leonie?
Well,
yeah, Leonie.
I think that this is the kind of book that's just going to get better and better towards the end. So, like, right now it's about 3 stars, but I feel like it's going to become a 4 stars. That's
yeah, it's a bit of, well, I wouldn't say slow burn because it's not a romance, but it's a slow burn in...
Yeah, it's a slow thrill.
Slow thrill, yeah.
Yeah.
And I think
you're definitely
right now,
in for some intense moments.
I think for now this
I'm
is
scared.
4.5 out of 5.
Nice.
But the ending is always like my favorite part of this entire story, the Return of the King. So I think the final, I'm just going to cry. So I'm not going to finish it on camera.
You've done that, right? You're crying on camera for the month.
It will probably be a 5-star read.
Just a minute of
I
crying.
love the Lord of the Rings so much. Let's see, what's everyone's owl career? Oh, this is a fun one. I planned on being an astronomer because I love stars, and then I suddenly decided to be a graphic designer, but now I regret that decision very much because the graphic design is like also in the real world.
I had that too.
Astronomers as well, but
Yeah. That sounds a bit more magical.
yeah.
But I'm a graphic designer. But well, I want to be.
I mean,
you
you
want
can
to be an
still switch.
astronomer, right, lady? Yeah.
Mhm. Really happy.
Yes, I'm jealous. Why didn't I pick that?
Can't you change your TBR to become an astronomer, maybe?
Yeah.
Or
I think there's quite some overlap with these, but no, I'm going to stick with it.
yeah, I was gonna become a graphic designer as well. Like I filmed my video twice because I got a new camera.
Oh yeah.
I should vlog this live show, by the way, as well a little bit.
I'm
But
making a time lapse.
I got a new camera and I re-recorded it, and then I was thinking my TBR is the exact same as for Trader of Magical Tomes, and I mean the word magical is in that title as well, and I was like, this is more magical, more than, as you said, graphic designer is something that you can do in the real world as well. So I changed it to Trader of Magical Tomes.
I love that one. That's so
Nice.
cool.
Yeah,
I'm going to be journalist or writer because it only required 3 hours. Like,
Yeah.
quite good.
I do 4 hours.
I pick books for all the exams, so I can still, like, if I feel like completely changing it up, I can still. I take it day by day. I'm like such a free flow.
And Leora?
I'm not participating.
Oh my god.
What?
No,
Oh my god, you should.
I I think most of you know that I have anxiety and it gets really bad sometimes. I've been doing really well lately, but I have this issue where I put a lot of pressure on myself. And so I'm fine when I participate in like a one-day readathon because I like that and I enjoy it, you know. But when I would participate in like multiple day things, it would just like fuck me up really and stress me too much. So I can't do it. And especially now, everything's so weird. The whole world is just so weird. I cannot do it. So therefore, I am not doing it.
I can understand. No, I also, it's just because I only have to read 4 books.
Have to read.
Yeah, it's okay, but some of the challenges are like you have to read all the problems and stuff. I would go absolutely mental. So
I was like, how? Oh my god.
And it's also just I'm a really big mood reader, and I think reading is a lot of times really an escape for me, and so I cannot really deal with like setting up TBRs beforehand. I'm really bad at that. So
Same.
I don't try anymore.
But I chose a lot of different types of books, so I can still sort of, read the type of book that, I want to read with the mood that I'm in. But I think
I like some fantasy, but also some contemporaries, because I really wasn't feeling like fantasy this week, so I could just go into an easier book, and then hopefully later this month I will read some more fantasy.
That was my struggle.
it's, I think more people it's Leora.
I know it's hard. I've been called.
I struggle with
We're being called out. Read it
at like half the hour.
Yeah.
So
I think that this is definitely a Ravenclaw asking this question.
Yes. Are you a Ravenclaw?
Hogwarts student. Hi. So many comments.
Wow, I love her hair.
That's amazing. 250 pages. Nice. A magizoologist.
Zoology.
Like
Nice. That one's cool too.
Like,
oh, this is the most difficult question ever. Who's your all-time favorite book writer?
No idea.
I can't. I
can't.
So many amazing characters to choose from. Like, how could you pick a favorite? Like, very difficult.
I pick two?
Of course.
Yeah. Okay, I think probably Hermione.
Oh my god, I was going to say Hermione too. Yes.
This was the first person I really recognized myself in a book. And I know I'm a blonde white girl, so it's not that big of a deal. But I don't know, just growing up, I always felt so like too smart and too know-it-all-y from everybody around me. And this sounds so stupid already, but I don't know. I just really found myself in her. And I think also Nina from Six of Crows, because she's just very open and out there, and she encouraged me to just, scream it out to the world that being bisexual is okay, and also just she's very out there, and I really admire that in a character. So
Nina is amazing. Oh my god, I just finished Six of Crows, and oh my god, Nina.
I've read the book so long, so I don't really remember the characters very well.
They're so amazing.
I really have to reread it. I really like that duology very much, but I have so many books I want to reread, and then I have so many books on my TBR, so
the struggle.
I want to put you guys on Instagram. Oh my god. You can barely see anything. Like, I need to put some light on, I think.
I need like one shot for my vlog.
Yes, I'm grabbing my camera as well.
I'll take the chance as well then.
The life of YouTubers, booktubers.
Yeah.
Video.
With a camera in their hand.
Oh, and
Oh crap!
Perfect time to start reading again. Shall we do another 15 minutes? I think that was like okay.
Yes.
Not too long, not too short. Let's see.
Setting my camera.
I'm tagging all of you.
Okay, I'm going to take my AirPods out because they're almost empty. I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to scare you again with like the weird sounds.
The demonic sound.
Yeah, but they need like a little bit of recharge. Otherwise, I can't.
Oh yeah.
For the reading bit. Okay.
I love how people are asking already when this live stream will end. Wait, babe, it's fine.
When it's time, yeah. Let's see. See you, Susie. Bye bye. Okay, yeah, I'm going to stop reading again. Yeah. Oh, good. Nothing's fun.
Dutch.
Dutch people.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm tuning out for now. I'll be back.
Yeah.
Like my ears at least.
sounded like an earthquake.
Oh my god.
My Tim was making this project, and then the sneeze came or something, and he was like laughing out loud.
I'm hearing
Wait,
a
are you guys hearing my? My sound is strange right now as well.
Yeah? Time flies.
I only did one page and then I finished it.
Really?
Whoa.
Amazing.
Last page.
Oh, your last page. Okay, finish it.
Can I still read my last page?
Yes.
Okay, good.
So,
I finished.
yay!
Yay!
It's your 7th book?
Book
Oh my
number
God.
7.
There are 2 winners
God.
in this chat.
Whoa.
Because Grace read over 1,000.
This story was.
I haven't even passed 100.
Well,
This last one.
we still read, and that's the most important thing.
Mhm.
But this, nice.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
I have, let me see, like 65 pages left, so I will have to do that in 2 hours.
You can do it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
you can do
definitely
that.
do it. Because I'm
You
thinking,
can.
I can do it. Maybe we can just do this live show until like 10, and then...
Yeah, I have to leave at 10.
Yeah, me too. And then I'm going to take a shower and finish the rest of this book. Oh my god, I'm loving this book so much. But I just read, I don't know if you guys have seen the films, but I just read the part about
Once or twice.
and then becoming king and stuff, and it's very different in the book. It's so sad. I like the film version.
I'm literally not listening because I don't want any spoilers.
Oh. Well, I didn't say any names, so that's what I tried to do.
Okay. I just
Oh,
can we
yeah.
say that?
Oh, that's so much. I'm sorry.
Can we say that people who only have read 100 pages, everyone reads at their own pace. I'm a really slow reader as well. I have read, 110 pages today, but that's because I can put the audiobook on 1.5 times speed.
Yeah, but still,
And
that's 110
I mean,
pages.
yeah, I'm still pretty happy with that. I mean, I also did a lot of things for school besides that, so I could have read more, but I'm like completely happy with what I've read until so far. So just be proud of whatever you read,
Yeah.
even if it's just 50
No
pages
reader
long.
shaming here.
No.
It's fun. It's like it's not a competition.
You go, girl.
Oh, again, only 180 pages. Girl, that's
That's a lot.
180
That's a lot.
Yeah, that's so much. No, I think with readathons, it's just, that we're reading together, and it doesn't matter how many pages you read.
Mhm.
And if it's a lot for you,
I once read 24 pages on my own readathon, and it was so fun.
Yeah, I remember this.
Yeah, I went out the day before that. That was not very smart. Everyone.
Yeah, it also really depends. Like my best reading week is always the week I'm on holiday in Greece, and then I just lie at the beach and read for 1 week, and then I read 1 book a day. But then you're home and you just don't fluff here. But then you just don't read it much anymore.
Oh my god, so many. You can do it, Chloe. Let's do this. Yes, this.
Yes.
This.
Yes, girl.
Agree.
It was just so lovely seeing that so many people participated, and it always makes my day. I always love readathons so much. I hope you also like.
they motivate you a lot, right? Like they give you a sense even more of community, and just it feels amazing.
Exactly.
I love seeing everyone in the chat like making friends with each other.
Oh,
Yes.
Exactly. I'm definitely going to do more live shows. I don't know why I never did any.
Yeah, you should.
Same.
I was also like, huh?
I want to be
How
on
did
more
you
of your live shows.
I've been on YouTube for nearly 5 years, and this is like my 3rd live show, and my first one was a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, same.
Oh, I mean, same.
But I'm
newbie.
always scared if I do a live show on my channel, nobody will watch. Like,
Oh, but I'm sure
People
people
will
will.
watch.
Yeah.
I want to do a live show for my birthday because I was planning on having this really big dinner and with friends and partying, and I mean, yeah, some people here were invited as well, but that couldn't go through. So I want to do something for my birthday so that hopefully some people would join. So I'm thinking about, yeah, I'm thinking about maybe doing one on the 14th for my birthday, but I'm like also doubting, like, would people come and watch? I don't know.
And even if there are only 5
Even if
people,
just
it's still like
yeah.
a party.
Yeah, true,
Mhm.
true.
I did a Zoom party for my
We'll
birthday.
all be there, so it'll be at least 5 people. Yeah, do more live shows. I will. Oh, I love that you guys want to do more live shows. This is so much fun. Yeah, I'm going to have to think about some fun, like, themed live shows, maybe.
Yes, nice.
Maybe for my next readathon. I just don't know when. Oh, yeah. Also in quarantine. I hope we're all doing fine. I thought, it was nice just to have this feeling of community, even though
we cannot be together physically.
We are.
I feel like everybody's lists for after we can go outside again is getting so long. Like, I'm going to do this when we can go outside again. I'm going to eat there. I'm going to go there.
Bean when I can get outside again.
Exactly. It's the 14th, right?
Yeah, the 14th of April. I turned 21, so
how many people want to join?
That is so sweet. It would mean so much.
Oh, wait. Oh, I'm so happy you liked it. Thank you.
I thought we're the same age, but we're not.
No.
I just found that out. I'm
the youngest.
24.
Yeah, you are the youngest.
Yeah.
I'm still 20 right now.
I turned 22 last week.
Yeah.
And I'm turning. Oh my god, Michelle, we're turning 25 this year.
You guys are like almost 30.
Oh my god, quarter life crisis coming through.
Yes. It is at the end of the year though, so it's not like anytime soon yet.
That's true. Luckily, our birthdays are in November and December.
Yeah, we have a little while.
I can't wait to go out for dinner.
So I cannot wait for sushi. I'm so desperate for sushi right now. I want sushi.
I just really want to go to work.
You can order it.
Yeah,
you can order
some
it.
sushi. It's
not the same.
I do not like sushi.
I always order sushi.
I also don't really like sushi too much, actually.
It's not my favorite.
Yeah, Britt is weird. No, but the thing with ordering sushi is that it's so much more expensive than when you go eat there. Like,
yeah,
it really depends
on how hungry you are. Yeah. We only have one sushi place where I live, and that we have one sushi place is already a small miracle. So yeah.
Oh yeah. Yay, another one turning 25 this year.
But 25 is a nice age. I mean, I'm not like, oh my god, I'm getting older. I'm just like, yeah, getting older. Grateful. But yeah. 25 just sounds old. Okay, I love this comment. Yay! I'm so happy you started reading Harry Potter. Leonie. Hey, you know the bell?
I am shamed.
We are shaming you. We are shaming you right now.
Oh, there's so many fun questions.
Yeah, Chris Reads a lot says as well. Ordering sushi is so expensive. I want all you can eat. I'm like, same. Because,
yeah.
Yeah, I get that.
That's why I always split it with somebody when I'm ordering. So, but like, I cannot do that now, obviously.
Buy a lot for yourself.
No, but maybe next week sometime. Is 25 like a year that you really celebrate or something? Because if I'm thinking back about the birthdays that I really celebrated, I did my 17th. Like, that's a weird number. But
yeah, what? Oh wow.
And my 12th. My 12.
I did
like 22 feels special.
22.
And 21, of course.
I did my 21st pretty big. I had like a 21 dinner thing.
Diner, just the whole living room.
Diner.
I never did that. I did
is that a Dutch tradition?
17.
Yeah, I think they do it in America as well.
Yeah, is that a Dutch 21
dinner exclusive or something? And this year I'm giving an ABBA party at my friend's house. But
Whoa, that sounds amazing.
But you're all invited to the ABBA party.
Yes.
Hey.
Tim, je moet ook komen naar het ABBA-feest. Iedereen, Tim, je moet flared pants aan, ja?
Yeah. Tim would come in flared pants. He would have like not that skinny legs for once.
Ik kom als die videoclip van Rusland.
Oh, have you guys seen the Russia video clip for
I have. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, for the Eurovision? Tim says he's gonna come as that for the ABBA parties.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
That's fine.
I have to see that. I have not seen it. I'm so sad at Eurovision.
You should listen to the Ice and the Sun.
I'm so sad about Eurovision.
Whoa. Oh, this is a fun.
Favorite Dutch foods, yeah.
Pancakes. Well, the Dutch pancakes.
Frikandellen, bitterballen.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Gross.
Oh no, I like them. I would go for poffertjes maybe, like the tiny pancakes. That's
Yeah.
really
Skibbeling. Also
Says
really
Tim.
nice.
Braadworst.
Oh no.
No.
Braadworst is German hoor.
Yeah.
I like, what's it called? Like stompels, maar dan met andijvie. Andijvie
Oh no.
Oh, yeah.
No.
I love it as well.
I hate that so much. The mashed potatoes vegetable thing.
Yeah.
Well, I hate all of them except for andijvie.
I like all of them.
I kind of like them, but I hate andijvie.
Yeah, boerenkool is nice. Boerenkool is like, my mother makes a really nice boerenkool stampot, so that is always nice. When it's winter.
So
I
good.
like that
How
one.
you guys like frikandellen? It's just, even when I still ate meat, I just think
I also didn't like it.
Oven pancakes? Huh?
Oven pancakes?
Is that the one that you put? I've seen recipes online where it's not the same as the common pancakes we eat here, but I think you just pour it into a pan and you shove it in the oven and it's really
I know
fluffy.
something else.
Whoa.
Also,
Okay.
oliebollen.
Sounds cool.
Oliebollen are very Dutch too.
Oh, yeah.
I love
I
oliebollen.
don't. I only eat one oliebol and that's it.
Oliebollen. Oh my god. Oh, I love apple beignets. I can eat like 10 of them. It's insane.
Yeah.
Oh yes, this is good. Snert.
Yes.
Snert.
What is snert?
That's
Erwtensoep.
erwtensoep.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Shall we do? Oh my god.
Hello?
We should like a Dutch video, but then also with viewers.
Michelle.
Michelle.
Where is she? Goodbye, my lover.
But for real, we should organize a meetup and then also
We didn't want to meet up.
that would be so cool.
We should. But now, Michelle. Michelle, where are you?
But I really hope that when we meet up, we do it in Rotterdam.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. We should go to Donner.
Go to Donner.
Yes!
I haven't seen the new one yet.
Okay,
The new
when
version.
shit is over, then we're going to organize. a
Yes. Oh,
meetup.
I missed that. I wanted to do that for my birthday with Leora. I wanted to go and have cake and go to the Donner and just have a nice day. But
Yeah.
whatever. It will come in the future.
Mhm.
Definitely.
I can finally go on a date with my Tinder match. Yeah. We've been talking
Girl,
for
get
so
that date.
long now. It's a girl, Sabine. I'm not getting any dick.
Oh, did I say that? I said get that. What did I say? I didn't say dick.
Okay,
Guys, we're child friendly.
I just made your channel not child appropriate anymore.
I said get that date. I didn't say get that dick.
I didn't know where Michelle went, but since it is nearly 10, I think I'm going to end.
I'm so sad for Michelle.
I know I won't say bye, but I will say
Maybe
bye.
her laptop died on her.
Yeah, I think so. But thank you guys so much for joining this live show. It was so much fun, and I really can't wait to do more live shows. And also thank you all of these lovely girls for joining me.
Yes,
very
and Tim's funny says.
Yeah, I'm so happy. So thank you. I really hope you liked this live show and this readathon. And if you're still reading, don't forget to update with hashtag basically readathon, because I still have 2 more hours to go. So I don't know about you, but yes, this was this live show. Thank you. See you soon.
Bye. Bye.